Y'all blessings, what's up? Okay, so we're gonna do a reading about what makes you important. Okay, we're gonna go into like your purpose, why you're here, like a part of your path, right? And so do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So I don't need to repeat do at the end, but I'm going to have 7 groups, 7 octaves, 7 sounds, right? So that's 7 different vibrations, and each holds their own vibration. So you pick which one you're drawn to, and I'm going to say thank you to my new and old subscribers. Thank you to everybody who booked sessions, donations, everything. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we're going to start off with do. All right. And then I'll put the timestamps. Let me write it down though. Okay, so let me put the timestamps in the video. So we're gonna do 122. So we're gonna do do. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's go. So the first question, hold on. Thank you to my new and old subscribers. So the first question would be, what can only you bring into this world, okay? What can only you bring into this world, okay? If it were up to me, I would have done it, but it is such a be. If this world were mine, it goes in, out, real slow. Baby, you're a star, strike a pose. When I'm with you, everything goes. Come on, put that on my soul. Okay. All right, so what can only you do, group do? So, what makes you important is a part of what makes you important. Let me say that. Well, a part of what makes you important is the fact that you create resets for people. So when people enter into your experience, into your life, and you are placed in their life, however it comes in, right? You will see that people feel like their life has reset, like there's a start over. It's like a do-over. There's another chance. They feel like the opportunities that passed them by now are coming back around. They're just getting to fresh start, freshness. It's like maybe it could be that just their perspective changes and they have now a fresher view on life. It could just be physically they are actually feeling fresher, rejuvenated, more alive. Yeah. So because this card, it said, it was talking about let me see, where did it go? What did I do with that cord? Okay, so this card is lemongrass. Okay, so when people are around you, they feel like you're a hit of dopamine for them. You are like a literal drug for people. Maybe you've had stalkers, people that become obsessed with you, people that can't let you go, people that constantly keep talking about you even when you've walked away, or they've walked away from you. Like, it's like a lot of obsessive energy around you guys. Like, you got a lot of obsessive energy. Also, you're very, what is it? Very vibrant. Vitality this is the vitality card, which is red jasper. But you carry this very vibrant, very I heard cohesive way of moving and operating. And people really can't get enough of that. Like, okay, you care about people, or you care about how people take care of people, how people move with people. So part of your purpose is to encourage people to take care of themselves, to do better, to be better, to think better, to move better, okay? This card says, let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it. Okay, Peter 3 verse 11. Okay, so your name may be Peter. Your name may start with a P. You know, you might have an E in your name, T or R. Okay, you need to understand that nothing you do is in vain. So you probably feel like, dang, you're always giving, you're always doing for others, and it goes unnoticed, but it hasn't. The ethers, it sees. But you just have to really work on making sure you're taking care of yourself too, okay? Balance it all out. All right, so let's see. What's the next part? Okay, so let's see. What's the ripple effect that you have on people? What is your ripple effect that you have on people? This is all this stuff makes you very important, okay? Everything. Okay, so here we got the Ten of Swords. We got the Four of Wands. We got personal power, Tiger's Eye. So that's also red jasper, and Tiger's Eye is going to be beneficial for you, okay? And then we have the Love Jar card, okay? So the effect that you have on people is, if you're not feeling it, if you're feeling down and you allow the weight of the world to weigh you down, right, from all the things that you have gone through, people around you will feel it. They'll sense it. It'll start being really chaotic around you because they're feeling it. They may not have the words for it, but they're feeling it. Also, if you are not stabilizing yourself mentally, because you've gone through a lot and you continue to go through a lot, if you continue to give so much of yourself and not require reciprocation, you're depleting yourself. Okay, you're depleting yourself. All right, guys, hold on. I don't know if the video is gonna shut down because okay. So, and I was getting a call, so this is all important for you to pay attention to. So, how you affect other people is, if you are not in a mental space and emotional space, your weight feels 10 times heavier. Okay? The weight that you carry, it affects you and it affects everybody. So whatever you're going through, basically whatever you're going through emotionally, mentally, right? If you don't work it through, you're going to see it in the world around you. You're going to see it through everybody around you. So that's why it's very important for you to take the time to kind of like ground yourself emotionally, take your medicine, whatever you got to do, that it helps you, right? Because what's happening is that you are the group here, though, which is the beginning, right? You give too much. You give way too much, and people are not able to value it because they don't know what it's like to not receive from you. They don't know what it's like to not have you giving or doing. So this is very important for you to now don't give so much, but be in a cycle of knowing that you deserve to receive too, because sometimes givers, they don't think about themselves. They don't think that they deserve to receive, and that's where the imbalance comes in. But if you're not in that the right mental space, emotional space, you see a lot of more chaos, a lot more arguments, a lot more people causing problems, and or you're seeming like you're attracting this, but it's, you have to work on your mental and emotional space, okay? And I know that you feel a lot of resentment because you've done so much, and people don't even acknowledge what you've done. They all they focus on is what you didn't do, or what you should have did, and all the negative. But in reality, like, you've done a lot. If only people knew how much you've given. And some people know, but they don't acknowledge it to you, but they know, okay? So it's just, you got to realize that, you know, now you got to find that balance and release the resentment that you feel, or the expectation that people should do this or that, or see this or that, okay? Release that, because it's like a weight on your shoulder. That's why, you know, the Ten of Swords is here as well, okay? Right, so let's see, what was the next one? Okay, so the qualities that people appreciate that you have. What are the qualities? I heard strong will, strength, courage, health. So you might have had some really bad health conditions, or you have, and your health is improving because you're just, whatever work you're doing, whatever you're doing to change that, because everybody's, you know, remedies are going to be different, okay? So what qualities do people value in group dough? Oh, you're clairvoyant. Okay, you definitely have the gift to see. So people value that. That's they do. They act like they don't, right? They know that, they value that you're willing to help. Even a stranger, you know, somebody down and out, even if it's just $1, like, you're willing to do that. And most people are not. So, you know, you don't have a problem with walking away from people now. Like, and maybe you used to have a problem with that, but now you don't. You don't have a problem with letting people go, or letting the situation go. You might still feel some type of way about it, but it seems like you're detaching. You're learning how to detach, and people value that, okay? You don't have a problem with communication. You know what I'm saying? You don't mind communicating with a job, a company, a boss. If you feel like something was not done fairly, respectfully, if you know what you need to do, you gonna do it, okay? You have no problem with acknowledging, okay, hey, this job didn't do that. This job said this or that, you know? That's beautiful, okay? And so number 5 may be significant, okay? You are a light worker. So people know that you're a light worker. People know that you came here to bring light, because you're just so different compared to other people, and you just move differently. So people know that you came here to bring a light to this world, okay? A prophet will help you, okay? They know that you came here to be a game changer. And a lot of people, because they're so stuck in this certain system, they don't want you to be the game changer. They don't want you to change the game. They don't want you to do better. They don't want you to, you know, they don't like it. They don't want that. They want you to stay with them. One of us. That's how they feel, right? All right, so what did you come to teach people? And then we're going to go on to the next group, okay? But you come to teach people. What did you come to teach people? All right. You came to teach people that they are worthy, regardless of their status, regardless of their creed, regardless of their belief system, regardless of their their standing in life and what they have, material things, whether they're healthy or not. You are worthy. Nothing dictates and tells you that you are worthy because I have money for this, or I don't have money for this. Doesn't matter. You are still worthy, irregardless of anything. Okay? You're worthy. You're worthy. You hold value. Okay? Ascension. Okay, would you come to teach people to ascend, to go higher? So the affirmation is, to ascend to the 5th dimension, I align my body, mind, spirit to a higher vibration. So you came here to teach people that, to align their mind, body, and spirit to a higher vibration. Ain't that something? Because this is Moldavite and this is dough, the beginning. Okay, and I also wrote some stuff down too. Hold on. So for dough representing birth, because it's the beginning, source, grounding, the beginning, okay, the start, okay, that's where you guys are. You are in a birthing process, right? You're about to give birth to something great. You are reconnecting with source to the fullest, and you are learning how to stay grounded at all times. Not just sometimes, but all times, okay? So blessings to y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and book a session with me, infinitepeace88.com, infinitepeace88.com. All right, so now I'm going to go to the next group. If it was up to me. Okay. If this were, it goes in, out, for real slow. Baby, you're a star. Strike a pose. All right, so we go into group 2, 1616. All right, so the first question once again is, what can only you bring into this world? All right, so let's get some card. What can group 2? What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. What can group 2, only group 2 can bring into this world? Only group 2. Only you. Only you. So what can only group 2 bring into this world? What can only group 2 bring into this world? Understanding technology. Maybe you are really good with the computer. Maybe you're really good with tech. Maybe you're really good with building, rebuilding. Okay. You know how to maybe take something apart. You're really good with your hands as well as your mind, group 2. Okay. So you're really good with understanding how your mind works, and how your mind and your hands coming together creates the life you desire. Okay. Okay. Let's see. This is up to me. I want to be that. Okay. All right. So this one. So you might be really good with computer programming. Okay. So what else you bring to this world? Okay. What makes you important is your alignment. You bring alignment from the deepest roots of a person. You make people understand themselves from the depth. Okay, so you make people or inspire people to align from the core, the root. Okay, alignment, true alignment. All right, you make people stand in their integrity. Okay, you make you make people stand in their truth. Okay. Yeah, so you might be a rainbow child, okay? Or you have rainbow children, all right? You are here to anchor, okay? But only you can do this the way you do it, okay? You anchor beauty, joy, hope, okay, during the birth of the golden age, okay? Because it's like we're moving into the golden age, but we got to finish out this Kali Yuga phase, right? So... okay, now what's your purpose? What is your purpose? Colors are really good for you. Color therapy would be very beneficial to you. Ray, do, re, yeah. Me might resonate with you guys too. Okay, because it's popping in my head, so it might resonate with you, okay? Your purpose is to fertilize the soil, okay? So, you have been living in barren land for a long time, or you around people that are very barren in their creations, but when they meet you, they know that anything is possible. You're literally a walking like billboard for fertility. Okay. Yeah, you definitely may be going to school for tech or, computer programming, computer science. You guys are really, I was really saying that. Yeah. Your purpose is to write, okay, to learn about herbs, teas, utilize them, okay? Yeah, utilize your gift of sense of smell because you have clear aliens. You have the gift of smell, okay? So you're gifted with that, okay? Your purpose is to help people find their faith again, and to know that just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not true. It's not here. It's not possible, okay? You're here to remind people of that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what effects do you have on the people around you? Okay. You make people calm down and sit and reevaluate, or you compel people to gather knowledge, information, wisdom, like to sit and just like gather their thoughts, like organize their thoughts. Like if they've been all over the place and mentally they're all over the place, right? They just can't think clear. Their thoughts are jumbled. They're just thinking too much. When they're with you or when you're around, you help people to get to that space of being able to clearly see, clearly think, clearly know, and clearly move. You make people do that. Okay, hold on. Hey y'all, so sorry about that. So I was getting a call, so the video stopped. All right, and right now the time is 6:04. Okay, that might be significant for somebody. All right, so I'm gonna do the next question. Will be this is for Ray. So we're in group 2, Ray. So Ray, we're gonna finish it up by asking I think like 2 more questions, but what is the energy? This one's going to be different than group 1. So each one I'm going to do add a different question. So for group 2, which is Ray, what makes, what is your energy? How do people feel your energy after interacting with you? How do people feel your energy after interacting with you? How do people feel your energy after interacting with you? Funny, a business card, somebody's business card came out. And it says hauling services. They do demolition, concrete, sheetrock, landscaping, painting, tree cutting, fencing, and moving. And this is what you do for people, right? When they feel your energy, they feel like you hauled out their debris, their trash, their gunk. Because this is someone who, they move something that's unwanted. They fix, repair what is needed, right? And so that's for you. You're here when people feel your energy, or your energy feels like it's repairing them, okay? It is aligning them. It's taking away the debris, melting away their sorrows, okay? Awaken your magic, so people feel like they're tapping back into their primal self, their primordial self, their authentic self, their magical self, their true self. They align back to where they feel the most natural, and that's with you. So they might laugh a little more. They might talk more. People that usually don't really talk a lot, people that really don't really smile. With you, it's like they can't help it. You make them do that, okay? Yeah, you turn on a switch within them. You turn on a signal, right, that's been blocked for a long time, and you're the one who unblocks it, right? You make sure the channels are getting the right signals just by your energy, just by being in your presence, okay? Yeah, you help people with their confidence. They feel more confident. Like the things that they dreamed of when they was a kid, they're getting back to those old memories. Like they just feel like they can get back to the basics, and they're never too old, and they're not too this, and they're not too that. All the things that overwhelmed them and stressed them out before, none of that matters. Like your energy makes people feel like none of it matters, and they don't have to look at life like that anymore, okay? Yeah, you're like a protection talisman. So people know that if they have you around them in their life, that they're protected, that they're safe, that they're good, right? They know that you got their back, that the divine is aligning them, like they're good compared to, before they met you, right? They felt like things were just not going as well as it should have been. But when after they met you, it's like, wow, like too many magical moments, too much synchronicities, too many, coincidences that are not really coincidences, but they're just so magical. It's like, wow. Okay. What did you come here to teach people? What did you come here to teach people? What did you group Ray come to teach people? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay. To awaken their magic, the forest, to connect with the earth, to connect to their magic, connect to the earth. Okay, connect to your roots. Okay, connect to understanding your traditions, understanding what your lineage that you came into and what magic they hold, what position of authority they hold, understanding that. Okay, to light us the switch. Okay, so finding a medium. So what is it? Could it be prayer, meditation, rituals, whatever it is that helps you to align with your spirit, your spiritual team, which, source, God, whatever you want to call the divine. Okay. Connecting to that. All right. Finding a song that you sing daily that helps you in those moments when things don't seem to be going right, and even when things are going right. Okay. Even reading a book, like I said, singing a song, writing a book, writing a song, writing things down, lighting a candle, lighting an incense, all of those things help. All right. That's working with the spirit in partnership. That's what you are here to do. That's what you're here to teach people. Okay. Teach people that they're magnetic and they need to tap in, and they can tap into their own magic. All right. Reminding them that what you think, so you are, you bring it all in. It all comes towards you. Okay. And so blessings to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was for Ray. That was the second part of Ray because the video cut off. Now I'm going to go to me. Do, re, mi. And then the number, this is for the second video. It's going to start at 6 minutes. Okay. So let's get some cards. Hey, y'all. So, all right, guys. Blessings and abundance. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to go to me. Oh, wait a guys. Hold on. Let me go backwards. Hold on. I can't even go to me. I'm not even going to be able to go to me yet. Hold on. Me's not going to start yet. Hold on. Second video, but this is not the time. Hold on. Let me tell you what me represent. I mean, what Ray. So what Ray represent? Ray represents, let me see, seeking and the first steps. So if you chose Ray, you are in a space of understanding what is the steps that you need to take. I heard, order my steps in your words, dear Lord. Lead me, guide me every day. Send your anointing, Father, I pray. Order my steps in your word. Order my steps in your word. Okay, so understanding what the first steps mean. What does it mean, and how does it affect you? Okay, you got to seek and you shall find. So you're in the seeking phase. Group Ray 2, you are in a seeking phase. Okay, so now I can officially move on to the next group. Let me see. You're in the seeking phase. All right, so we're gonna go to 7 minutes and 47 seconds. So that's when me starts. Okay, me, group me, yay. Officially group me. All right, so group me, we're going to start off with, matter of fact, let me just say what, no, I'm going to do that at the end because then it'll all line up. It should all line up. Okay. What can you do that no one else can do? Group 2. This is what makes you important. What makes you important? What can you do that no one else can do? What can group 3, me, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. What can you do that no one else can do? Okay. You can make anybody in the most tumultuous situation, the most stressful situation, the most anxious moment, you can calm anybody down. You can make somebody who's having a panic attack, that whole panic attack gone. Anxiety gone. It's something about your presence, your words, your just something about just you, just being there. You reassure people. You light a flame under, well, on top of the candle of their life, right? Okay. So this is a notepad. All right. You make people feel like a blank slate, like it's all good. Okay. You have a lot of knowledge when it comes to like medical, pharmacy, medicine, herbs, right? You have knowledge that is out of this world. Okay. You make people feel supported by their mothers, their grandmothers. Okay. You make people feel like they can do anything, right? They can shoot. If they wanted to, they could probably fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you make people feel alive and connected to their ancestors. All right. The ones seen and unseen, passed on and alive, right? Reconnected, because there was a disconnect. Whatever was disconnected, you feel, you being there makes people feel like it's connected again. Okay. You don't like to be around people that are like argumentative. Okay. And so when people are argumentative, when they're around you, they can't. People who are very toxic or very problematic, when they're around you, it's like they shut it down. It's just like you're a corporal or the warden. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hold this position and makes people just sit up straight, back straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sir. You know, no, sir. You know, like, you know, you make people value their time again, value the time that they have, right? You make people be more adventurous. People just want to have fun again. Girls just want to have fun. Oh, girls just want to have. That's what they really want. Okay? You make people feel like things are moving fast. Like, you know, and smoother sailing in their life. Right? Things was not going so well. Now it's going well. Okay? What are you here to teach people? What are you here to teach people? There's many ways to skin a chicken or something like that. To skin a fox. Okay, so you're here to teach people there's multiple ways to do things. Just because you grew up with religion and told you this is the only way, the truth and the way. That's the only truth. There is multiple ways to get to where you need to get to. You don't always have to step on anybody's toes to get there, like the world tries to tell you, right? What are you here to teach people? To stop rejecting themselves, okay? Accepting their flaws, okay? And to realize that you don't have space to not accept you, to not love on you, to not honor you. You don't have time. You do not have the time or the space to be not loving on you, not accepting yourself. Who had that? Who was doing that? Not you. Okay? You here to change people's perspective on that, to make them stop doing that. Because people do it intentionally, unintentionally. They don't even realize they're doing it. Making negative jokes about themselves, talking down to themselves, talking down to others. Like, you know, to make people understand that we are here in a physical body is not going to be perfect in those physical bodies, but our souls are perfect. The spirit within is perfect. So, you're here to teach people how to reverse the curses in their life, okay? You came to help people break them curses, them generational curses, them generational spells, okay? You came here to help people to bring to fruition to what they desire, what's best for them, and what's going to help them and the collective. You're here to break people out of fearfulness and become fearless. You're here to bring out the fierce, the warriors and warrior in the person, okay? You came here to help people to function better, okay? You came here to help people, move forward instead of keep going backwards. Like, what the heck? All right, you came to help people align their chakras and align their energy centers to balance out their chi, right? You came here to help people to search for what they're looking for from within, okay? That your body is a temple, okay? You came here just to remind people of that their energy centers are inside and outside. So you got to just make sure you're taking care of both, all right? So let's see. What do people feel about you energetically when they're around you? When people are around you, they just feel like there's no reason, no rhyme or reason why they should be looking back. Why they should be going backwards, go back to that old relationship, that old job, that old house, all that old stuff that doesn't work for you anymore. Because sometimes you're supposed to do that, and then other times you're not. You have to know what season you're in and what you're being called to and guided towards. But when people are around you, when they feel your presence, your energy, they feel like only thing they can do is move forward. Only thing they can do is go up, not down. Like, you remind people that, the best is yet to come, but they got to go ahead, right? Sometimes they're scared. You remind people that the only way to continue now is to go ahead. It's like you're going on the elevator and you're stopped at your floor. The only thing you can do is get off the elevator or stay. That's all up to you. You're going to get off the elevator. You're at your floor. You're at the floor you're supposed to be on. You're going to get off, or you're going to let fear stop you and keep you stuck on the elevator. Okay? The elevator going to go up or it's going to go down. Or you could just move forward and get off. Okay? Because that's what your goal was, but you got scared. And so that's what your presence is for me. Your presence is to make people want to do better and want to finally take the steps they need to. Okay? They actually see the future as being beautiful and not all toxic and stressful and all that nonsense. Which is understandable because, we're in these physical vessels, so it is what it is, right? Okay, so what makes you unforgettable? Unforgettable. That's what you are. Unforgettable. Okay, what makes you unforgettable? I heard your smile. You have such a beautiful smile, okay? I know you might feel like, oh, my teeth is not all that blah, 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 but you're beautiful. That smile is beautiful. You're adventurous, okay? So what makes you unforgettable is that you're not afraid to take a step forward, take a step back. You're not afraid to experience. You're not afraid to take a chance on yourself. You're not afraid to take a chance on others. You're not afraid to take a chance on the journey, period. Point blank, Pooh Bear got him. Okay, you are not afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and try something new. You're not afraid of that. People be scary, and it's understandable because everything is a risk. And sometimes, you have to outweigh and see, is the risk worth it? And for you guide people to the right risk, to take the right chance, right? To take the right steps, all right? So what, let's see, what's the other one? That's what you want. Let me see. This will be the last one. And what effect do you have on people around you? I think I kind of already said that, though. What effect do you have on people? Yeah, I said this already. You make people look ahead, to no longer be so focused or worried about what has already transpired. It's already done and it already happened. All you can do is move forward and look ahead. And you make people just are focused on the forward movement, because there's nothing they can do about what has already happened. What it is what it is, right? And this is a ticket. This is like a garage ticket. So what people feel like they can tell you anything and you'll hold it and you won't like reveal it to others, right? Like, you are somebody that has integrity and honor. You carry integrity and honor. So when people around you, this is what they feel from you. They know, like, they can trust you, right? They know that if they park their car at your house, in your garage, you're going to make sure it's safe the best you can, right? Okay, that's it. Thank you so much, me. I hope you guys have a beautiful, blissful day. InfinitePeace88.com for your sessions. Thank you to my new and old subscriber. And please like, share, and subscribe. Peace. So now we're going to go to the next group, which, let me write it down. Baby, down. Okay, so now we have Fa. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, da. All right, so we're going to Fa. And we're at 20 minutes. And 20 and 10. Okay, so Fa. Okay. First of all, trees are your besties, okay? Trees. Hugging trees. Being out in nature. Seeing trees. Smelling them, okay? Like smelling the flowers. Go out and smell the flowers, okay? First of all, that's what you do to people. This is what makes you important to you. You make people just sit, embrace, and just feel alive again, like to enjoy the beauty of life, the beauty that surrounds them. Just, speaking up something positive that, a perspective that people never think of. You always come up with a perspective or come up with something that ideas, just people never would have thought of that. Oh, I never thought of it that way. Oh, I never thought that could go together. Oh, that makes sense. Wow. I never thought that, that's what people are when they're around you. Okay. They think, wow, I never thought of it like that. I never knew that that's possible. Wow. That makes so much sense. You get the gears in people's brain to start moving again. Okay. I move forward today. Okay. So when people are around you, the energy they feel from you is you help people to remove obstacles, right? You help people to recognize that the steps that they take will help to remove the obstacles later on down the line, right? So just take it through faith and works, you will see the things change for you. Okay. Persist. So you motivate people to keep going and their goals, their aspirations, even though they're not seeing the fruit of their labor. You motivate people to get back on it or to continue. Okay. So what talents do you have, like, that helps this world? Yeah, helping people to see that the obstacle that they think is an obstacle isn't really an obstacle. Okay, the issue that they've been so afraid of is not really something to be afraid of anymore, right? Maybe for a time, for the experience, but not anymore, right? You make people not carry the things they used to, because it's like you force it out of their energy field or something. Okay. What energy do you give off to people? And this is me. Oh, wait, I didn't even... You know what? I'm going to type it on the video. I'm going to have to make sure. Let me write that down, because I was supposed to write down what me represents. And hold on, let me write it. Sorry, guys. I'm supposed to add it to the video. At the end of the video. Guys, I forgot. Zoe me. So me represents the awakening of self. So me that's everybody who chooses me, they're awakening to their self. So if you felt drawn to me, that means that you're going through this awakening up to yourself, okay? And I might as well just say Fa now. Fa represents heart, balance, and inner harmony, okay? So heart, balance, and inner harmony. This is what Fa is. And we're in Fa, which is at 20. Okay. Okay, y'all. I just need to make sure I wrote that down, okay? And then, okay, what is your strength during hardships? What is your strength during hardships? What is your strength during hardships? Okay. Being confident in when you're being seen. So when people maybe comment on your videos or say things to you through social media, your confidence is overcoming or overriding whatever people are saying to you, okay? So that is your strength, right? That's a strength because it doesn't really bother you. Maybe even in the physical life, you're not really bothered by what people think of you, okay? Being confident in whatever steps you need to take, sticking to the program. So like a project that you might start, believing that it's still successful, even if it takes 10 years, that success you believed in, it finally manifested, right? Knowing your strength during the challenging times is knowing that you're loved by others, knowing that you're loved by many. Like, even if it was only 2 people that loved you in this whole wide world, that just knowing that is enough. And not even that, God's source loves you. You are literally the embodiment of love in the flesh, okay? All right, so utilizing numbers. So you know that when times are challenging, you know that numbers can help you. So they speak to you, okay? You know, fasting helps with helping you, right? Starting with maybe 12 to 16 hours. These different kinds of fasts that you can try, that helps you with challenges that are happening in your life, right? Knowing that you are a literal star, it manifested itself in the physical. Like, you know that you're a star, you know that you hold rank, that you're valuable, that you didn't just come here to just look around. No, you may be a watcher. Hey, you might be descendant of a watcher, I don't know, but you came to be a part of this story and to change things in your own way, okay? You descended unto this earth, right? You came from above and you descended, now you're down below, but you hold rank, okay? You just didn't remember, and now you're starting to remember, okay? You came here to change and reverse, focusing on health concerns. So like, if you feel like your health isn't going well, or you feel like things are not getting okay for you, you working on your health helps you, okay? Working on healthy movement, healthy thoughts, healthy actions helps you, okay? All right, so let's see. Let me see. Anything's coming. All right, so what else? Is there anything else? What energy do you exude? What energy do you... I see a yellow aura. So yellow might be purple, yellow auras. Okay, so violet auras. You realize, so make sure that you're working on clearing yourself, because you kind of like absorb a lot So you might be an empath, but you absorb a lot from other people. So you want to make sure that you release their energy so that any kind of blockages you may have had, you can release them, okay? The energy that you carry too is that you help people energetically remove themselves from causing themselves from blockages. So whatever blockages they may have in that moment when they meet you or they spend time with you, they're able to see that what the true blockage is. You know how sometimes you just don't know what the problem is, and then you speak to somebody and then you have that epiphany and realization like, oh, that's where it is. That's where it starts from. That's the real issue. That's the thing I need to focus on. You do that for people, okay? And your energy makes, like I said before, like you make people want to do better and be better and speak better and smell better and talk better, okay? You help people find their joy. Yep. You help people find their divine life purpose. It's in their hands. So you help people to see that it's in their hands. They have it. It's in their hands. Okay, authenticity, okay, truth, love, justice, all of it's in their hands, okay? All right, so let's see. Thank you so much for tuning in, and that was for Fa. And then, oh wait. Do, re, mi. And then so now, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, infinitepeace88.com if you want to book your session. So I'm going to go to, it's going to be 30 minutes. We're going to group so. So we did do, re, mi, fa, so. Now we're doing so. Okay. Okay, so. So. All right, so. All right. What kind of energy do you exude? So, what kind of energy do you exude? I literally saw the King of Wands. It's not in this deck, but I don't know what's in here, but the King of Wands. I heard the King of Wands. The King of Wands is, a fire sign. It is passionate. He is passionate. He is persistent. Okay. He's wise, but he's creative. But he utilizes his wisdom and his creation, his creative abilities to create the life he desires. He stands firm in that. He knows himself. And this is really about knowing thyself, and to thyself be true, right? Once upon a midnight dreary, while I wandered weak and weary over a quaint and curious lore, or something like that, okay? So look into that. Once upon a midnight dreary, okay? Look into that. Okay. So you are, I just need y'all to know y'all real powerful. You know how they say our aura extends out to 6 feet, right? So it's not even just your aura extends out to 6 feet. It's like anybody who comes in contact with you, they are protected. Unless you call back your energy from them and you cut off ties and you cut off your energy, you protect them. Like everybody who's come in contact with you, you protect them. So if I were you, I would take some time today to clear out that energy and tell God that you want everybody who you've ever come in contact with, you want to disconnect your energy from them. You don't want your energy connected to them anymore. If you feel like it has been affecting you in some way, shape, or form, okay? You see how she's cutting. She's pregnant, gonna give birth. The reason that you haven't been able to give birth to the things you wanted to is because you've been protecting the wrong folks. A lot of these people did not deserve your protection. I'm sorry. Even if we are all reflections of each other, right? Even if everybody you meet, like how in Rick and Morty, Rick shows that there's all versions of you living somewhere else, right? Even if every person that you meet in this world is you, right? Like in the Citadel of Ricks, right? There's all those Ricks. They're just different forms, versions of him. It's still him. even if that is the case, that does not mean, in my opinion, that you have to settle. Stay connected to those versions of yourself. If they're not treating you well, or they're siphoning from you, they're draining you, it's too much being connected to them. Sometimes you take a break. Sometimes you got to cut them off completely. Okay? You just got to know where you stand and what it feels like for you. But I feel like what I'm sensing from this group is, I need y'all to know y'all energy is hecka powerful, and you protect every single person that you come in contact with. And some of those people did not deserve your protection because they did not wish you well. They wished you very not well. Okay? They have a lot of ill will towards you. Okay? And they benefit, and they live in a high life, a lot of these people, off your energy. Like, they getting cars, houses, and all that because your energy's that potent. Just because you're not seeing it happen for you, that's because it's happening for everybody else. Because your energy that potent. So you must ground, protect yourself, and talk to your spiritual team. Talk to your ancestors. Talk to your angels. Okay? Because even if they're all these, it's all just you. Even if it's all just you, you still have to be able to understand yourself, understand what is right for you. Because what's right for the version of you that is trying to connect to you and drain you, that don't mean that they're right for you, right? We're all at different levels, stages, and ages, right? So watch what's going to happen once you call back your power and cut these people off, and how much abundance and money, support, love, and your health changes. I think your health is a big one. Watch how it flips once you cut off these folks and you get your protection and on track. Okay? Yeah, and it's like so it's not just the people, it's just the environment too that is affecting you. Okay? And I was getting a call that I had to, ignore for a moment so I could finish this up, because last time I answered, the whole video stopped. So you need to know that your energy holds this frequency, and that's very important. Okay, that's very important. Okay, what do you teach people? What do you teach people? What do you teach people? You teach people how to balance out their hormones. Like, some people are all over the place, okay? And you teach people how to do it. So maybe you're in the medical field. Maybe you know herbology. Maybe you are, Ayurveda. Some ways to heal and help yourself, okay? Help the body. You're gifted with precognition, all right? You have a lot of orbs that surround you. All right, you teach people how to see with their eyes open, right? To see it through their mind's eye, their spirit, to see the spirits, the truth, okay? You help people tap into their abilities, their gifts. Reconciliation. You teach people who to reconcile with and who not to, okay? You help people truly see. Look, you tell people to really see. You utilize numbers, okay? You help people to stand up when there's an injustice, no matter what. Doesn't matter. You help people to see with their voice, okay? All right, you might have grew up religious, or you may be religious still, You help people realize that, money is just a paper and it's illusion, and it's only because we believe that value is real is why it's still value is real. Other than that, it's not. And you help people to see how their mind affects their finances, okay? You help people to stand up for themselves. You help people to stand in their truth, right? You help people to align back with their true masculinity, right? The masculine aspect of themselves, their wholeness, okay? I just heard like infinity, okay? I heard something about water is significant. You help people find their faith again, to reconcile with themselves, reconcile in their relationships, reconcile with nature. Something about lie, the LYE. Something about babies, birth. Yeah, you help people to connect to their angels. You help people connect to, to know themselves, to know the information that they're receiving is true, like clarity. Okay, you help people to stabilize themselves. Okay, you help people to. What's important about you is that you realize that there are different ways, many modalities to release and let go of things. And you help people to get to that place to center themselves, to release what isn't serving them, what isn't going to help them, what isn't healing them, okay? You help people to release guilt, release shame, finally understand where they're rooted at with their guilt and their shame, and to release it. You help people to do that, okay? So, and you teach people how to release the guilt and the shame, okay? So, the color green, massage therapy is going to benefit you guys. Going to a chiropractor is going to benefit you guys. Essential oils like oil therapy, that's going to help you guys. Always music, always has sound frequency, will all help every group, okay? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, da, do. Remembering who you are and remembering the role you really play, remembering how important your existence is. Like, I'm just here to tell you that you're important. All right, so let's see what fa is. This fa? Let me just make sure. No, this is so. So what does it say? Hold on. So represents power, radiance, and purpose. Understanding that you pick soul because you understand deeply, and we're moving into Leo season. Whenever you see this, we're moving into Leo season, and that's all about the power of you, your inner power, your inner strength, stepping into it, showing it, and letting the light shine. Okay, and allowing yourself to radiate this beautiful light without fear. Okay, because knowing that you're protected, you can step into that. And that is a part of your purpose, to be in your power, to show people better than you can tell them. Just show them, to thyself be true. Again, show them better than you can tell them. Okay, that's what it do. Okay, so now we're going to go to... Thank you so much for tuning in. Love you guys. Peace and abundance. InfinitePeace88.com. Get your session. Thank you for new and old subscribers. Peace. And like, share, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Baby, my dragons. I love you guys. So now we're going to go to 41. Okay, so hey la, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So we're doing la. So what la got to say about that wah? So what's up, la? So what's important? How are you important? Like, what energy do you exude? Like, what kind of energy you exuding, baby? You exude an architect, okay? You show that you know how to build stability. So you are maybe you're earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So you stabilize. You help people to stabilize themselves. You help people to get work done in the mundane. You help people to get the things done in the physical. Like you're not all up in the spirit. You're not floating up. You're real grounded. Because you have to be. Like your sign, the year of your birth, all of that requires you be grounded in the physical. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you guys. For soul, you're meant to ground it out. Okay, what does your energy exude? Okay, Time can be good to you. That's what I heard. You exude time can be good to you if you are good to it. That's kind of like what I'm hearing. All right, so let's see what else. Authenticity. So the energy you exude is authenticity, okay? You do everything that you do. You are authentic. You speak your truth. You live in your truth. What you feel is right for you, you do it. You're not carrying the guilt and shame of it anymore. You know, like, you believe in yourself, okay? Yeah. You know how to say yes and you know how to say no, okay? You know how to focus in on what the positive results you want, the things you want to happen, okay? You know how to trust yourself. So you carrying this energy of I trust myself, I know myself, I believe in myself, and I live for myself, okay? You know when to not take risks. Like, you move in a space of like, I'm gonna, risk that or risk my life on things that are not important, okay? All right, so what are you here to teach people? Something about having children out of wedlock is not what people think, what they teach you, that is so evil and all this stuff like that. Something about that. Like, it's all about how you love, okay? Because at the end of the day, there are people who are married and having children before they marry, and that child turned out to be the evilest, wickedest one in the whole world, okay? It's all about how you love, okay? So basically, you here to teach people how to, despite their mistakes, despite their bad decisions, despite their, their lack of this or their lack of that, that they are still, if they choose to love, and they choose to heal, and they choose to forgive, and to receive forgiveness, even if they never get forgiven by somebody else, they have to forgive themselves, okay? You know how to keep the house good. You teach people how to feng shui. I'm hearing something about feng shui. You teach people how to keep energy circulating in the home, okay? Something about Psalms 46 is significant. Maybe that's how you operate in moves, like Psalms 46. Okay? You help people to see the new earth here on earth, not out all the way out there, not just in your dreams, but actually see it in your day-to-day life. Okay? You help people to see and teach people how to see the ascension here in their own life daily. Okay? Yeah, you work with animals, so you teach people how to accept animals, heal animals, work with animals, okay? You help people to walk, you teach people how to walk their path and which path is right for them. You help people to see, okay? You help people feel supported, okay? You help people to find their divine partner, the person that's going to love them. This pain shall too pass. So you help people to see that pain, let that pain pass and go where it needs to go. Yeah, you help people connect to their divinity, their partners, or to themselves, the divine within them. You help people to see that, okay? And your talent, what's the talent that they have? What is the talent that they have? Yeah, you're talented. You might be able to telepathically speak to an animal. I felt so bad. So I was sitting, and it was an animal, and this guy had his cat, and he was, saying that his cat had never been sick before, 15 years, just had a birthday, and now they sick, and all this stuff. And I just was like, just let him talk and just listening. I'm learning how to just let people just, say what they need to say, and then, and just be an ear sometimes. And, I just said, just enjoy the time you get. Because, when we just value everybody you got in your life, just tell her that you love her and, appreciate her and everything like that. Because for some reason in my mind, I heard she's dying. And I felt so bad because the cat's dying, and even just thinking about it makes me really sad. Because, that's your companion, and cats don't live as long, but they do so much for us, our animals, whatever animal they are, that is meant to be with us. Some animals are meant to be with us on our journey for a long time or a short time, whatever the case may be. Just valuing them, and it's just rough. It was just so sad, because I was like, the animals, like she telepathically told me that. It was so crazy, because I was like, I don't think about that. When he said she was, not feeling well, that's the least from my mind. Like, she dying. So when I heard it, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking about looking around, like, where did this come from? And yeah, so she was, so it's just hope he just able to love on her as much as he can. That's a real sad situation. Yoga instructor. Okay, so you're maybe meant to be a yoga instructor or a gymnast, like somebody that works in the gym teaching. You're meant to teach people to physically take care of their body, how to take care of their body, the best movements to take, the best movements to move, the best regimen for them that's physically going to help them, because you're all about the physical. Okay, so you teach people how to ground themselves, stabilize themselves, and ascend while they're in their physical body. You help them to improve that, and that is so beautiful. So let's go on to, it said, so this was La. Where'd the phone go? Better days coming for sure. If it was up to me, I wanna. So La is love, beauty, and devotion. That makes sense, because you're trying to love on your body. You teaching people how to love on their body, heal their body, feel good, look good. Okay, devoting to themselves, devoting to their cause, devoting to their regiment, devoting to their community, devoting to the people that they care for. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the last group, which is T. Okay, so let's go to T. Thank you, Divine Creator. And InfinitePeace88.com. Book your session with me if you would like to, or you could donate, whatever you want to do. Okay, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. And then this is we got 50-15. Yes, sir. Finally, we made it to the end. Oh, I found you, bruh. Listen to this. I just found a $2 bill. $2, which they don't just give you that in the bank. When you go to the ATM, you will not just get a $2 bill. This is something you have to request. So you need to understand that this is how important you are. You are somebody that you're about to be on such a high level. People have to request to be able to get close enough to you, to have a meeting with you, to sit with you, to eat with you, to talk with you. Right now, it might seem dry, or it might not seem like people notice you, or whatever the case may be. You're getting prepared right now. This is why things are moving the way they are, because they're preparing you, because people need to schedule to be with you, to be on your level, to meet with you, to talk to you, because whatever you about to do, you about to bring in bread, and it's gonna come in ways. People are gonna be so shocked. They're gonna be like, how she stabilized herself, how he stabilized himself, how he turned things around, how he doing this and who he doing that. Some people think you're doing so great, but they ain't even seen nothing yet. They ain't seen nothing yet. Whatever you got, I can't believe that. I was looking for this $2 bill, and I was like, where did it go? Look at that. And it came out in your cards. Do you understand how, what? T. What? Divine timing. Stop. Wait a minute. Let me get my cup, put some look at it. Okay. Grab a shoe. Okay. Wildin'. Throwing the chucks in the city. I got shut on. I said LeBron. Gotta catch myself. I'm so pretty. I'm too hot damn. I got a police and a fireman. Call a police and a fireman. I'm too hot damn. Got make a man wanna retire, man. I'm too hot damn. Wanna say my name, you know who I am. Okay. That's going to be you. Okay, did you see that divine timing? Because I was just saying, like, I can't believe I just found it. And divine timing, I just found it. Baby, I'm not spending it. I just keep it. It's so cool. It's just such a cool thing to have, because you don't see it too often, and you one of those people. Don't see you too often. That's why they want to hold on. They be trying to hold on to your love. You got to hold on. People think when they meet you that you're their soulmate, that you are the love of their life, but they don't know how to treat you or respect you, because they got so much trauma and they don't want to heal that trauma, so they don't treat you very well. That's why you have to constantly leave people behind. And that's a sad thing. I'm so sorry you gotta go through that, baby. But take me through that, because you're getting stronger. And that's you teaching people that how that just because they didn't value you doesn't mean you're not gonna go value you. You might have took a while to do that, but you're gonna get to that place where you finally are valuing yourself. So what energy do they what did you come here to teach people? What did you come here? What did T come here to teach people? I heard to observe, observation, okay? I also heard transformation, exacerbation. So something is exacerbated, like it's overused or overseen, like made a big deal about it. People about to make a big deal about you. They're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe he talked to me. You're going to be looking like a star. It's going to be like, people be like, oh my God, I can't believe she was talking to me. He was talking to me. I can't believe I got their autograph. I can't believe, oh my God, I can't believe I saw them in a restaurant. Okay. Yeah, you about to be the person that people are going to be so shocked. Like, oh my God, I've seen you before. I saw you on this show. I saw you on the news. I saw you, I saw an article about you. I read about you. I read your book. Okay. Oh my God, I'm singing your song. Oh my gosh. Move and adapt. Yeah. You teach people how to move with the flow. Go with the flow and adapt to whatever circumstances and situation is presenting itself. Don't be just stuck. You teach people not to stay stuck. You teach people how to step in their power, okay? Limit the negative thought process, okay? Be aware of everything that's going on, but limit yourself from being in that negative thought process, okay? You teach people how to, something about swimming, okay? Maybe just floating in life, right? Or maybe literally you teach people how to swim. Maybe or at one point you did. Maybe you were a crossing guard or somebody who teach people how to protect them. If they're drowning, you save them or whatever. You do that, you did that, or you currently are, or you may be looking into that. You teach people how to accept themselves. Oh my gosh. You are about to get money, bruh. Money. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Yo, finances is about to be good. Don't worry. Whatever income you lose now, you about to get 10 times that amount. Okay? Like even more than that. I can't even express it. And no harm to anybody. You're not going to have to go into a car accident. No, you're not going to go through all that negative stuff just to get this money. It is because it is time. Okay? Illumination. Okay? Clear quartz. Illumination. Okay? It's being illuminated. What is not for you is illuminating itself. It's showing you the truth and you're getting clarity. Okay? You are here to teach people how to find their truth and the light, and find their understanding of who they were or who they've been in the dark as well. Okay, so let's see, what energy do you exude? I heard power. I heard shining, 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 yeah. All this winning, I've been losing my mind. Hold up, don't try to hold me down. Bruh, you about to get money. I cannot believe this. Yo, people about to give you big old tips if you work in restaurants or you work in customer service. Like, you just gonna be shocked. You know, you're gonna see extra $100 here, extra $20 there, extra $100 there. Like, you're gonna be so shocked. Like, it seems random, but it's not. It's just something that's been building up, and it's finally, you're getting the experience. Okay, so orange is, glad I didn't say banana. Connection and attunement. So you connecting with your body, doing the body movements, loving on your body, speaking to your body, speaking to the soul within the body, everything is going to help you. This is the energy you exude. This is what you look like to people. You could be wearing a dress, or you could be wearing some sweatpants and sneakers, or whatever the case may be. And when people see you, this is how they see you. That's how powerful you are. But you don't know. But now you do. Okay, you know it. Okay, you know it. All right, anything else? I heard finders, keepers, losers, weepers. You about to find some money, and that's yours. It's not just, oh, go turn it. No, it's yours. Teach them and they will listen. So you are definitely meant to teach people. You're a teacher. So you're meant to be a life coach, teacher, professor, okay, guide, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to call it, okay? Shoot, guru, I don't know, okay? But you're meant to teach people. I heard physicists, so, scientists, agriculturalists, I don't know, psychic, psychologists, psychiatrists. Yeah, this are the ones I'm hearing. I heard model, role model, divine timing, all of this. Like, you may think you're too old, you may think you're too big, you may think you're too small, you may be thinking you're too young, whatever that you're thinking, it's not the truth. Once again, this card came right back out. All these cards I have more in this pile than the other decks, and the other piles, and this one came out again, and divine timing. So they're telling you, like, you've been worried about your finances and worried about things not working out, and they said it's all coming together in time. It's time. Like, everything's aligning for you. Okay, so let's see. Now, let's look at... Now... And I'm getting a call, too, so that's another confirmation. All right, so now it says, so T means transformation and preparation. So everything you've been prepared for. So everything has been aligning, coming together to prepare you for what is coming for you, what is right for you. To prepare to table before me in the presence of my enemy, anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Ashe. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope all is well with everybody who's gonna see this, and bliss, and you accept that you are a blissful person, and that the divine loves you, and you are wonderful and divinely made in the image of God, source, whatever you want to call the divinity that dwells within you. Okay, stand in that. Know thyself, and to thyself be true. All right, so I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you can, if you're interested in book your session, infinitepeace88.com, and get yourself a reading. And thank you so much. Peace. Asheo.